Greetings, YouTube. I do this every 2 years. I walk over to my polling station, which is actually within walking distance of my house, and I vote and do what I can to keep conservatives out of power. I keep putting Democrats into office, and I've been successful in that regard, quite successful over the years. Sometimes there's a loss, but we've had quite a few wins. And it seems that the most important thing in the minds of Democratic politicians is raising funds and getting reelected. They don't seem to be aware that I've put them into office to do things. And as my friend Amy very cogently pointed out to me, the difference between the Democrats and the Republicans is that the Republicans want to lead. And they have a really good ground game. And they've been laying the foundations for that ground game for decades. While the Democrats have been playing, I don't know, fourth dimensional chess and trying to be erudite and witty while, drinking a Chardonnay somewhere, rather than trying to defeat the GOP and making sure that people's lives are protected and making sure that every single person in America enjoys civil liberties and human rights. The Democrats have been a failure. I get ads on my phone, if on Instagram, and I'm a real big fan of Instagram. I quite enjoy it. And because of those people I follow and the things I like, I get ads from Maggie Hassan, who is the person I have voted for repeatedly to, a Congress critter I've sent to Washington. And I'm kind of surprised by now she hasn't blocked me, because I keep pointing out that I think the word bipartisan should be stricken from the Democrat lexicon. I'm tired of people who want to reach across the aisle. I don't want Democrats that reach across the aisle to the Republicans. I want Democrats that reach for their swords. I want Republicans who are willing to fight, to get bruised and bloody, and to go toe-to-toe with the conservatives and do everything in their power to stop them. We've seen recently that when a president steps forward and actually supports workers and supports civil liberties and human rights, that some people will support him. The Democrats just recently have seemed to discover that if they actually work for the people and do the things that need to be done to help us, the voters, as opposed to the profiteers and the billionaires at the top, the parasites, then they will get a groundswell of support. Now, on the bright side, there has been in some places a 35% increase in the numbers of young people registering to be Democrats. Most of them women. I understand that the conservative efforts have been quite successful. But I think there may be a glimmer of hope. It's dim, and I'm having a hard time keeping my hands on it. But I'm trying. Because if all of those people come to their polls in November, and all of them vote Democrat, we may keep some more conservatives out of power. But of course, if we put the Democrats into power, I want them to actually do something. Make this worth my time. Make this mean something. Fight for us. It's absolutely the bare minimum you should do.